Disney says most of them are part-time workers. Markeith Lloyd will not face trial for the death of Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton until at least next year. He was set to stand trial in March, but that was put on hold due to the pandemic. Even though the court is back open, the judge says both sides won't be ready until spring at the earliest. And this week's high school football game between Edgewater and Wekiva has been called off. It comes after the district says 2 Edgewater players tested positive for coronavirus. Officials say the rest of the school is not impacted. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock right on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app.
WDYC, Altamont Springs. WYGC, High Springs. A JVC broadcasting station. 660 AM, 105.5 FM. Florida Man Radio. Florida Man Radio. The views and opinions on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting, management, or its sponsors. You have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark on Florida Man Radio.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You want answers? You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
And welcome to Wednesday morning. I am your host, Justin Clark, protecting you from the hypocrisy of America together. We will bully the boys and the program. Fiery debate last night. I know you watched it. We will break it down. Who won? Who lost? Do we care? Was it a debate or just a fight? I don't know. We'll get to all of that. Also, Briana called 911 last night. She's hardly had any sleep. Almost called in sick today, but didn't want to miss the chance to discuss this debate with us. We'll talk about that as well. Quick housekeeping before we begin. We'll be taking your calls and text messages. 321-339-1055. Download the Florida Man Radio app. Send an open mic directly from the app or listen to all past shows right on the app. You can watch the show at You Have Power Radio on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. 2 TV shows this weekend, every weekend, Saturday. On our great news partner, News 6, it is You Have Real Estate, 12:30 p.m. Saturday. And then Sunday morning, 10 a.m. on TV 27, it is Behind the Law. But a great show this morning for you on the radio. Not the podcast, the radio. Remember that?
It's a radio show.
But first, the team to my right, black dress, I think, hair down, black hat, hair straightened down. It is the beautiful Briana. Hello, Briana.
Hello, Justin.
Directly in front of me, pushing the buttons. Green Nike tight t-shirt, ready to rock. It is Lurch. Greetings.
You sure that isn't for Joe and Trump?
321-339-1055, man.
And now it's time for the opening statement. This should be interesting.
Anyone play drinking games last night, by the way? See, I couldn't because I was home by myself. Excuse me. Oh. My 8-year-old was in the room watching with me.
That's nice.
She said, Dad, this is great. I'm going to go make some popcorn. And she proceeded to go make popcorn because she thought it was cool, too. She said, Dad, I have no idea what they're talking about, but this is funny. And she's 8. And she literally went and made popcorn. And then I snuck into the kitchen. I thought Pilar was already asleep. And I grabbed a Jägermeister. No. What is the beer we have here?
Come on.
The Yinglings.
Oh, okay.
I went and got a Yingling that we had at the station that I took home. I didn't steal it. It was given to me.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was in my office. I tried to hide it behind the computer a little bit, but she saw. I was like, you know what? I don't care.
Naturally.
I don't care if it's a Tuesday. The debate is on.
Right.
And then I had another one.
How many did you have last night?
Okay, 3.
You sure 3? Or?
No. In fact, I was going to tell you 2, but then I was afraid Pilar's already checked the trash can and found 3, and then she would text in, and we would, I would get in trouble. You liar.
Would you shut up, man? Would you shut up, man?
Yeah, so it was, I mean, to me, I thought it was a tremendous debate, almost like watching the Super Bowl or a prize fight where when it's over, you're almost depressed that it's ended. You know, when you watch the Super Bowl after the game, you see the interviews and there's still like smoke in the air and like confetti still falling down.
And you're like,
it felt like that. I was like, I can't believe this is over.
It's over.
Now, we have 2 more, allegedly, unless Biden is going to come back and say, well, this man doesn't follow the rules, man. You know, and then I'm not going to attend because he agreed to these rules.
I mean, they did promise. I think he promised.
And did not follow the rules.
Didn't follow the rules either, so, you know.
I mean, I presume that he is going to participate in the next 2 debates, but I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced of that.
I am.
Here's the problem. And Joe Biden, to me, seems like a nice enough guy. I would go fishing with him. I would go to dinner with him. He seems like a nice old man to me. Yeah. Uncle Joe, right?
Uncle Joe.
A nice man. However, I have firsthand experience watching someone run a campaign. A friend of mine, I was involved in the campaign. He was in politics before. He was running to be in the House of Representatives. And it looked like an easy victory for him. The problem with him is he couldn't speak. He couldn't put sentences together, and it would be a lot of ums.
That sucks.
And people don't like that.
Such a turn
If
off.
you're going to vote for someone, you expect them to be able to form sentences and write out. And I'm not blaming this Joe Biden for it. It's not his fault that he can't form sentences. It's something else going on. But people don't want to vote for someone who can't put sentences together. And I'm not trying to bash him. I'm not. But do you want to vote for someone who you feel like they can't speak and they're going to be the one representing you? Whether it's your district here or it, you know, they both did okay. They're both kind of dicks. You know, straight on.
They're both, they're both dicks. They're both terrible. I mean, they're both, you know, I don't feel like we got in the car last night and we were on our way back home. And Jeremy asked, like, who do you think won? And I was like, I think it was a draw. I think, you know, they both said their fair share of lies. They both said their fair share of, they got their pot shots in. You know, I think that they both.
The obvious question is, what were you doing in the car at 11 p.m. leaving Rachel's or something?
We watched it at Duffy's with the, whatever, the Republican, blah, 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 blah.
And was it a party? Was it everyone, like, kind of cheering and things or what?
Yeah, they were like, every time Joe Biden spoke, they booed, and every time Trump spoke, they cheered. So I really didn't get to hear as much as I wanted to, and the captioning wasn't keeping up with like the actual thing. So it was slightly annoying. I prefer to watch the debates like in a quieter setting, so I can actually hear what the heck is going on instead of these idiots.
Yeah.
But
what? No, that was
Whatever.
She wasn't calling those of you watching the debate with her at Duffy's last night idiots.
I mean,
it was just a couple of you.
If you were talking
you know
on
who you
top
are.
of whatever was going on in the debate, yeah, you're an idiot.
Lurch, your debate review time. Go ahead.
I thought it was funny because Trump was what we expected. We expected Trump to do what Trump did, and that's interrupt, but also take those take not even jabs, like hard rights, which he did. What did he say? 47 years and 47 months. Don't ever use the word smart around me. I think for Biden, he actually, yes, he did stumble at times, but he corrected himself. I think he portrayed himself better than what we all expected him to be.
See, I don't know
we expected him to literally go in there and crap his pants.
I don't know if I agree with you. I wouldn't say he stumbled at times. I would say he didn't stumble at times. I mean, most answers he stumbles on, and I don't like that. I don't need someone representing our entire country who really struggles to put 2 sentences together. I'm not saying he's dumb. I don't know where he went to college.
Yeah, he put whole sentences together.
Oh, yeah, like what, 2 in a row?
I mean, yeah,
congrats.
He put several
it's a party.
sentences together, you know?
No, he did say what as equity instead of equality, but he quickly said equality right after. I think for the president,
systemic, that word.
I think the biggest takeaway for me at least was the whole. Will you denounce white supremacy? Whether you agree with white supremacy or not, whether you think he should have answered, he shouldn't have answered, this was an easy. I denounce white supremacy. Let's move on. Easy. And he didn't do it.
And he skirted around the issue a bit.
Yeah, this is an easy no-brainer for most people.
He dribbled the puck, as they say.
Yeah. Mr. President, do you denounce a white supremacist?
He said, who?
What? What? Like what? Who is that?
Name the groups.
Yeah.
Name them.
Yeah, I mean, he probably could have done a little better on that one.
Is it you, Ted?
What?
Who is it? Who is who?
Let's listen to a little bit. I promise, I know you watched it. Everyone's probably talking about it already, but let's hit a couple of
Play it.
highlights here.
Hit the high point.
And then we'll move on to Briana having to call 911 with someone tapping on her bedroom window last night. Hold on. Damn it.
All right, Biden.
How you doing, man?
Hey, I mean, right out of the gate.
How you doing, man?
Right out of the gate.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
Now, has someone trained him to talk that way because it's going to make the younger people like him, or is this just how he always talks? Because I don't remember him adding man to the end of every sentence before the last few months.
I think sometimes, you know, it's like a mindfulness technique. If you think of a different word, you need to replace that word. So maybe he doesn't want to call him. Maybe I'm just saying he doesn't want to call him man. So he's been coached to like, look, we cannot call him a punk ass.
He should have said,
we gotta call him a man. Okay.
How you doing, Florida man?
Right. Work it out, Joe. Work it out. He's like, all right, man. Cool, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, Joe. It's your campaign advisor here.
Yeah.
Anytime you think punk, bitch, MFer, just say man.
Just say man.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Got
man.
it.
Got it, man.
Got it, man.
Thanks, man.
I want to make sure.
Graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make sure.
Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. He has, you know.
Oh, so first of all, he said, "Can you let him finish, sir?"
And homie said,
and Biden said he doesn't know how to do that, and President Trump said, "You'd be surprised."
Should have been like, yeah, let's ask Stormy Daniels.
Well, you'd be surprised. So, I mean, that's clearly a reference to sexual skills, or no? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
that's what it sounds like.
I was going to say yes.
Yeah, I say yeah. Man.
You'd be
It
surprised.
definitely got a little high school in there.
He doesn't know how to do that.
That's what she said.
Be surprised.
The wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time.
Listen, did you use the word smart? You graduated
Ever.
either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Vote now.
You're gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the
You wanna
question
put a lot
is
of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is.
justices-
I mean, it is a pretty
Yeah.
reasonable question.
that's
Yeah,
another-
that was a reasonable
Are
question.
you
Biden
going
missed the
to
mark
pack
there.
the Supreme Court? I mean, that's a very reasonable question that obviously if he's playing the no comment card, it's certainly something that he's thinking about doing if he wins.
He said,
I mean, that's a pretty big deal.
He said, well, what do you want me to call him? Or,
The
Radical
question-
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is your,
up, man?
listen, who is
would you shut up,
Would you
man?
just shut up, man?
His campaign manager's in the front. Good job. You use the word man.
I'll be honest, I was watching the debate, and as many times as Trump was, Biden interrupted as well, but not as many times as the president did. But I was thinking to myself, at what point will like Biden tell him like shut the F up or something like that?
Happened the
And
first 7
then,
minutes.
Boom.
First 10 minutes.
I mean, there was a thought in my head that he might actually walk out, but I didn't think he would do it. But it was, you know,
Was it?
it seemed like I could see it going through his head a little bit.
Yeah.
Because be honest, let's say you and I are debating
Yeah.
on something, and I'm not letting you talk or say whatever you want to say.
Right.
At some point, you're gonna be like, dude, shut the F up. Will you?
Right.
Well, he
Let
did
me
just
talk.
say, "Will you shut up, man?" Which we already know what man
We already
means.
know what man stands for. We know
It's
what
on your list?
You folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID?
Yeah,
I
that's
actually
crazy.
didn't like when he was talking directly to me either. It seemed a little forced. You could tell they coached him. Hey, Joe, you know, turn and look right at the camera, talk right to you folks at home.
I was about-
Trump's kind of sitting there like, you know.
I was about to say the exact opposite. I was like,
You liked it?
I like that.
I don't.
Joe addressed the masses and Trump addressed Chris and Joe. He addressed the people in the room.
And I do that on my TV show too. I look right at the camera and I'll say, and you've been asking me this question. I was thinking last night, maybe I shouldn't do that. It's forced. I like Trump. Trump was just looking right at Joe when he talked. Like, what? You know, but Joe then would, something would trigger in his head to, got to look at the camera, talk directly to the person at home.
Right, all of his power statements, he looked directly at the camera. He placed the statement. I mean, he's a, you know.
I didn't like it.
I'm going to pit this as let's say a boxing match or like a heavyweight boxing match or UFC where you have Trump, the president, so he's the champ, and then you have Joe Biden, the contender. And you can't, let's say in boxing or in MMA, if it goes the distance, it's 9 times out of 10, it's going to go to the champ.
Yeah.
So you have to, if you're the contender, you have to knock the person out in order to win. If not, it's going to go to the champ. And I think that's eventually what's going to happen.
That might have been a little loud.
Super loud.
That's what's going to happen is this will go the distance between the two of them, and then Trump will eventually win because Joe Biden wasn't able to make a good enough case in order to take the champ down.
Because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing. This is a left-wing problem.
The
New
question
Supreme Court
is,
Justice, radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
right.
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. Wait a minute. You get the final word, Mr.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown. Excuse me.
He did just call the president of the United States a clown.
And that's like, isn't that like a dated insult too?
Yeah.
Like, he's a clown.
Lurch, you're such a clown sometimes when you're on here. Stop being a clown.
Oh my God.
Did Trump say he's debating Chris instead of not Biden?
Let me just say,
No. Mr. President.
$3.5
Mr.
million,
President,
Joe.
This month, your administration directed federal agencies to end racial sensitivity training that addresses white privilege or critical race theory. Why did you decide to do that, to end racial sensitivity training?
Do that. I'm not going to allow
I
that
got so
to
many
happen.
more quotes here, but I don't know how much I don't know how long you want to stick with us.
Are contracting COVID. In addition to that, about between 750 and 1,000 people today are dying. When he was presented with that number, he said, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are. That's why it is. The president has no plan.
Will you tell us how much you paid in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017?
Millions of dollars.
You paid millions of dollars?
Millions of dollars.
So
yes.
not 750.
Millions of dollars, and you'll get to see it. And you'll get to see it. But let me just tell you, Chris, let me just say something. It was the tax laws. I don't want to pay tax. Before I came here, I was a private developer. I was a private business people. Like every other private person, unless they're stupid, they go through the laws, and that's what it is. He passed a tax bill.
I feel bad because I'm stupid.
No, I mean,
Because
it is
we're
true.
going through the law.
It's just most people most people are not going to admit that when you're in business, you're trying to pay as little tax as possible.
Right.
I mean, it's true. And I think that one of the reasons people like Trump is because he's not afraid to admit something like that.
He was like, how much you paying in taxes? A lot. Shut up. Next
Just
question.
trust me.
Right.
I will say as well, I also look at it from like a comedic standpoint, like both of the comedians up there, and they both had their jabs, but I think Trump has like the better punchline than Biden. Like whenever Trump throws that punchline, it's like
He's a little
felt.
It falls a little flat.
And then when Biden does it, it's kind of like,
Let's say we were at a stand-up comedy club. Who would be the headliner here?
Trump, of course.
You know, I mean, Trump would be the headliner if this is stand-up comedy.
How many of you were in a situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact...
What?
He did that one after the empty kitchen.
This is the same man who
all
told
set
you
up.
by Easter this would be gone away. By the warm weather, it'd be gone. Miraculous, like a miracle. And by the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. This is the same man.
That was said sarcastically,
That was
you know that.
I
That
have
was
40,000 people a day are contracting COVID. In addition to that, about between 750 and 1,000 people today are dying. When he was presented with that number, he said, it is what it is.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? 321-339.
Yeah.
1055. I mean, I call it a Trump victory, honestly. And you say what you want. Well, they didn't get to the issues. We got 2 more debates to get to the
We're
issues.
We're going to get to the issues, y'all.
Tonight, I mean, last night was the big...
Not about the issues.
Maybe not. Yeah, who knows?
Go on their website if you want to know where they stand on the
But
issues.
I think last night was more about is Biden able to come out of the basement, make some sentences form together, and stand up to him. And from my impression, I just don't think he's a great orator. Let's put it that way. And that's troubling to me for someone who's going to be the leader of your country. I think you should be able to speak a little bit better. That's it. I'm sorry. Nice guy. He seems like a nice enough guy.
Don't be sorry for your opinion.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm really not sorry. I was joking.
He's narcissistic. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Shane B checks in. Good morning, Shane. How are you, sir? Great debate between Trump and Wallace.
Literally.
Some other guy was on the stage, too. I mean, if you remember that Trump-Wallace interview from the White House, I believe it was the Rose Garden, was pretty good, too. Do you remember that? We played it on the show like what, 3 months ago, probably.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Let's see here. Lee checks in. He calls it the duh-bait. Thank you, Lee. Cole is here. Good morning, Cole. How are you? Oh, Cole sent me the drinking game.
Hey.
You drink if Biden says, come on, man, you drink. Man. You take a shot.
Hey.
If Biden says, if he gets lost in the middle of a sentence.
Sorry, here's the deal.
What?
No, that's what.
Yeah.
Said a lot. Here's the deal.
Franklin the mailman is here. Good morning, y'all. Enjoying as always. Last night was a hot mess. Joe couldn't keep up. Ended up only watching half. My daughter was not liking it. She wanted to watch her favorite movie. Just the opposite at my house.
Right.
My daughter even passed out in my office on the couch with me. She was enjoying it so much.
Let me pop some popcorn.
And she said straight up, Daddy, I don't know what they're talking about, but this is funny. And she's 8. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what they're talking about necessarily either, but I agree. It's funny.
And I'm 41.
Right. I don't know what this is either.
Karen checks in. Good morning, gang. I watched the debate last night, totally laughing out loud when Biden told Trump to shut up. Trump is like a piranha, and I loved it. Yingling is my favorite beer. Thank you. I had 3 of them for you last night. Dustin, which is honestly not a lot for me, just to be clear.
Really not.
I'm a good drinker, bad stopper, as they say. Dustin checks in. Good morning, Dustin. Where you been, brother? The debate was equivalent to 8-year-old fighting over Fortnite, probably.
Sounds about
Could
right.
be. Dave the drummer is here. What's up, Dave? Good morning, gang. Hope all is well. Debate went about how I expected Trump beat up on him, and he stuttered and stammered his way through it. I agree, which is scary to me. I've seen political candidates lose, in my opinion, because they were not able to inspire the people they're about to represent because they're not great orators. Rich is here. What's up, Rich? I've voted third party for the last 20 years, but not this year. The idea of this bumbling fool Biden running our country has me voting Trump. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the team. Ray checks in. Good morning, Ray. How are you? It's a picture of Dumb and Dumber, the movie. You remember the movie?
Yeah.
And he has Jim Carrey as Trump. Wallace in the middle is that other dude. And Biden as the...
So you can't triple stamp with double stamp. You can't triple stamp with double stamp.
Sean is here. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Justin and crew. A true leader will look you in the eyes when spoken to. Biden wouldn't do that. I know Biden was kind of head down, eyes looking up just a little bit to see if Trump was staring at him. That's about it. Eunice is here. Good morning, Eunice. Thoughts on Trump not flat out condemning white supremacy? I think he could have gone a little further with that, probably. Right?
Like actually say something? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have. The least you could have done was answer the question.
I agree.
They're talking about it right now on, what is it, CNN?
Yeah.
CNN Light.
Bill checks in. Good morning, Bill. Greetings, everybody. Only little people pay taxes. That's right. Chet checks in. Good morning, Chet. Hey, y'all. I was expecting Biden to challenge Trump to push-ups. LOL.
Yeah, he should have done that.
I do believe that I think Biden would probably get him in push-ups. Don't you?
Yeah, he got them. Got them neck muscles. Homie does some sort of presses.
Why does Trump not button his jacket? And he never has his jacket buttoned.
I don't know jacket etiquette. I'm not a man.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be.
Typically, you should button your jacket.
Oh,
I mean, I believe. In fact, I believe suits were invented solely because back in the day it was cool to be fat. You know, it was like it was a sign of wealth, and so they gave us jackets to put on so we could hide our bellies.
Hide your crap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why the jacket was invented. I mean, there's no other explanation for it.
Hide your fat rolls, Winston.
Exactly. Farrell checks in. What's up, Farrell? I'm stealing the good drinker, bad stopper. That's the story of my life. I mean, I was taught if you're going to do something, do it right.
Hello.
That's right,
We aren't quitters here, Farrell.
Yeah, I mean, you can borrow. Hey, you can borrow it. Absolutely. You don't even have to give me credit. It's fine.
We're going to put it on shirts.
Bebby checks in. Good morning. They both need to get their act together. It was a good laugh. It was a good laugh, I agree.
Good comedy special last night.
Right, sure was.
Cindy is here. Hip team, hilarious, informative, and personable. Thank you very much. That's very sweet. I don't know how hip I am anymore, maybe a decade or so ago. Henry is here. Good morning, guys. I thought I was watching a Three Stooges movie last night. Like, you might be right, man. Oh, Chet sent a picture of Biden caressing and someone from behind and smelling their hair.
Yeah, it's Chris Wallace's
Is that Chris
face.
Wallace? Yeah,
is that it?
Smelling the hair.
We should share that.
Shoulder rub.
Fish checks in. Good morning, my peeps. Last night's debate was an I-4 eyesore, but Biden seemed to have a cylinder misfire, and Trump just trumped him with his Trumpness. Yeah.
Trump just trumped with his Trump.
Jimmy checks in. I'm still trying to get the Biden off the bottom of my shoe from yesterday. What a train wreck last night.
We told you to throw them shoes away.
Yeah, no, I told you to clean them, but it's not like you can't just rub them on the grass type of dirt. You got to get the water hose. They're salvageable.
No, they're not.
But you need the water hose.
He touched it.
When we get back, Briana watched the debate last night at a bar because that's how she rolls. She actually just called the people she was watching it with idiots. And sorry.
I need you to calm down.
And but when she got home at about 11 o'clock, she laid in bed like she normally does until she heard on her window and had to call 911. What the hell happened? We need to get to the bottom of that and plenty more. It's a quick break. Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark. Florida Man Radio.
Central Florida, Bill O'Reilly here. You deserve the truth and news with no spin. I don't care what side you're on. Catch me on Florida Man Radio, weekday mornings at 9:10 and 11:50 to give you the unfiltered and unafraid news updates. The O'Reilly Update right here on Florida Man Radio.
660 AM, 105.5 FM, streaming at FloridaManRadio.com. Jeep climbing.
It's intercepted. Picked off of the 12. He will go down. He signs the promised land. Touchdown FSU.
This is your home for FSU football.
15 to the 10. 5, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown to Mario Terry. He is scary. Intercepted. Picked off of the 33-yard line. Noles win. Noles win.
Catch live coverage of the Seminoles all season long, right here on your home for Florida State football.
Catch the action as Florida State is home against Jacksonville State Saturday at 4 p.m. on Florida Man Radio.
Frogger's Grill and Bar locations are open for business. Oviedo, Apopka, Altamont Springs, Mount Dora, and Old Town, Monday through Sunday, in compliance with all state guidelines. Frogger's has plenty of to-go boxes, so you can still take advantage of their takeout service or through their delivery service partners. If you are ready to get out, Frogger's is the place. Frogger's Grill and Bar locations are open for business. Oviedo, Apopka, Altamont Springs, Mount Dora, and Old Town, Monday through Sunday. And don't miss out on Frogger's amazing menu where everything is fresh, never frozen. Frogger's Grill and Bar, hopping with food and fun.
Call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
If you've been hunting for a great deal on your next truck, look no further than Nation Trucks in Sanford. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nation Trucks has got them all, and with approved credit, you'll not make any payments until next year. Live for adventure. Visit nationstrucks.com and start driving the truck that you deserve today.
Hurricane season is here. Protect your family and home. Call Central Florida Arbor Care at 407-336-8733 today to schedule your free estimate. That's 407-886-8733. Or visit CentralFloridaArborCare.com. That's CentralFloridaArborCare.com.
Make the newly renovated Wet Spot in downtown Sanford your spot for ice-cold drinks and tasty food. Happy hour every day until 7 and the NFL package on Sundays. You won't want to miss a game. Get down to the Wet Spot in downtown Sanford.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping. Always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter this station's exclusive code at checkout, FLMAN, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's FLMAN, FLMAN.
Las Spadas has been family-owned and operated since 1938. Try one of their famous Philadelphia cheesesteaks straight from the heart of Philly. If you're looking for something unique, try one of their Philly burgers. Piled high and overstuffed. That's the way Las Spadas does it. Las Spadas now has a huge variety of wings, ton of great flavors. Get 2 cheesesteaks and 10 wings for $28.99. They got 3 locations, Lee Road in Orlando, West State Road 46 in Sanford, and North Volusia Avenue in Orange City, and at LasSpadas.com. Come and see what Las Spadas is all about.
It's about time to sit back, relax, and listen to a radio show that covers real topics like sports, finances, men's health, current events, and most importantly, basic cigar and coffee talk. Join Mike on the mic this and every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on Florida Man Radio.
Stop paying high electric bills and upgrade the value of your home today with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. It's never been easier. With no money down and financing options available, you'll be using the power of the sun to take back control of your power needs in no time. Get a free consultation and assessment of your home's savings opportunities by calling IQ Power Solar today at 407-585-1018. Or to learn more, visit IQPowerSolar.com.
I moved halfway across the country to work at IDC.
Meet diamond expert Robbie Blue, a 17-year veteran of jewelry retailing, now working at International Diamond Center.
In the 17 years that I've been in this industry, I have never been able to offer my clients the things that I can offer at IDC.
It starts with selection, one of the largest selections of certified diamonds in America.
The selection at IDC is unlike anything I've ever seen.
And the prices? Robbie can't believe his eyes.
It is amazing the prices that I'm able to offer on jewelry and diamonds at IDC.
And that's why at IDC, you don't have to settle for a knockoff generic ring. You can get her a world-class designer ring at a price you're going to love.
A beautiful Tacori engagement ring or Verragio engagement ring with a high-quality diamond and still be under budget. That's what we do at International Diamond Center. We make those things happen each and every day.
International Diamond Center.
It's about helping each client, to the best of my ability, achieve what they want to become a hero.
4 Orlando locations and online at shopidc.com.
Hey, it's Shannon Burke. Recent storms have caused roof damage all across Central Florida. Don't let a minor roof issue become a major hassle. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com now for your free inspection. Texas number CCC 1330747, CBC 125-8484. Not applicable on insurance jobs. See your project estimated for complete details. Offer ends October 31st.
Get your fix of Florida Man Radio anytime and anywhere you are. Of course, you can catch Florida Man on 660 AM and 105.5 FM. But now you can listen wherever you are with the all-new Florida Man Radio app. And don't miss a second of the conversation at home by listening on your Alexa device. Just say, Alexa, play 105.5 Florida Man Radio. Florida Man is everywhere, unfiltered, unafraid. Get it how you need to. Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
I feel like Trump turned you off last night, Briana. Be honest. Do you think you will vote for Trump, or you don't want to disclose your propensity for voting?
I think I'm firmly on the fence.
Really?
Right now, yeah.
You're on the fence for real?
I'm not voting for Joe Biden.
Oh.
So not that fence.
Well, Kanye? I mean, where are you going to go with this deal?
Where the hell was Kanye last night?
Hey, Kanye, I need $1 million. I'm ready.
I mean, you gotta have the baby.
I know, I'm ready. We're ready.
Lurch, what direction are you going? Are you going Kanye as well?
Yep.
I'm not going towards Kanye, but okay.
Is Kanye on the ballot in Florida or Georgia?
I'm going
Your guess is good as
public
mine.
announcement. If we have babies, we're going to get $1 million, Kanye said, so I am going with that.
Look, if he wins, I'm going to find a baby. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Baby, no mind.
He's not even going to get 1 million votes, let alone be able to give you $1 million.
Right.
Sir, I mean, is he even running anymore? Isn't he hiding in Montana or something?
Like he having him and the birthday party, or just let them go. Like, let them be. All right.
So, well, anyway, Briana watched the debate last night, and I won't say what you said. And again, I'm not going to go there.
Appreciate you.
Anyway, she watched the debate with the Republican Party or something. What? Who
it was
was
the Republican Party of Florida.
The Republican Party of Florida at Duffy's, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, was the booze? I know you're not a huge. Well, I know your husband's not a huge drinker.
No, Jeremy doesn't drink at all.
At all. Were the booze flowing last night? I mean, are these people like getting into it?
Some were, some weren't. You know, it was a mixed crowd.
Does everyone pay their own tab, or is this a Republican event?
Everyone paid their own tabs. At our table, at least, everyone paid their own tabs.
Let me ask you a question. This is your first real rodeo with your husband running for office.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, but is it kind of weird too, being around all these people and like you don't really know them, but we all share the same goal of getting a victory in November?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it's really weird.
And you have to act like you're kind of like all the same, like, oh, go, woo, go Trump or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing. It's almost like going to a B. If you're self-employed, you've probably heard of B&I before. You go to these B&I meetings and a bunch of business owners get together, and all of a sudden you're great friends, at the little Mimi's Cafe or wherever you're meeting.
Right.
It's very odd.
It is. No, it's
I would rather go home.
It's strange.
I don't like these uncomfortable, weird conversations. But anyway, so she did it last night with the Republican Party of Florida at Duffy's, and then they watched the debate, woo, cheering and all that, I'm sure. And then she goes home.
Yeah.
What time did you arrive at your house?
I'm not sure. A little bit after 11, probably.
And then you get right in bed right away.
No, I think we sat down and watched a couple episodes of Breaking Bad, so we didn't get to bed until about midnight.
Okay, so
slightly after midnight.
All right, so you go down, you lay down after watching Breaking Bad. You both pass out around midnight or so.
You can't go to sleep till you watch somebody cook meth.
What
puts you right to sleep?
What happens next?
So we're laying in bed, and I'm like borderline. Either I was already asleep, like in that light stage of sleep, just got to sleep, and my Jeremy was up on his phone playing a game. He plays games like you do, Lurch, until he falls asleep. And literally, we hear on our bedroom window.
On the window.
Is it literally
at least it was this.
Are you on the first floor?
Yeah, we're on the first floor. If you're on the second floor, it's even more alarming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like, homie's got a ladder that you probably get shot up of. And they did it again. So, obviously, we get out of bed. We armed ourselves as per our Second Amendment rights.
Yeah.
We're like Mr. and Mrs. Smith up in there.
Okay, so wait. So it was loud enough. Did it wake both of you up, or did you wake him up after you were arisen?
Well, he was already awake. And the first time it woke me up, and I was like, yeah, basically.
Did I just hear what I just heard?
What was that? Because, I slipped my revolver under my pillow.
Okay, so it's just like, how many knocks would you say?
No, it was literally dun da 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 da. Literally. Isn't that like serial killer-ish?
Yeah,
that's scary.
I don't know.
And then it literally happened again.
I just had a bite moment.
Now, do either of you have any ex-boyfriends or ex-girlfriends who are like kind of feeling scorned or anything right about now?
About now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. Probably.
But I mean, this almost seems like booty call-ish, if you want to ask me.
Yeah, doing that, yeah.
It's definitely the BC hours, but it's also not the front.
Well, I don't know,
window.
because if you're gonna do that, you'll just do a.
And also,
I didn't know there was a certain knock for booty calls.
Also on the front door, I don't know, like whatever, I guess. Anyway, so I called the non-emergency number because we looked out the window of our bedroom, we looked at the other windows of our condo.
So what did you do? You Googled the non-emergency number to call?
No, it's stored in my phone.
While you had your shotgun in.
Right,
Why do you have the non-emergency cop number in your phone?
Because I didn't realize that you don't have to call 911 for everything. So I stored the non-emergency number in case, like, your car breaks down on I-4 or blah, 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 like whatever. There's certain circumstances that you don't need, police, fire, rescue.
I mean, what do you think about that, Lurch? Is someone knocking on your window at 2 a.m. or whatever? Is that 911 or is that non-emergency number?
Before she discusses further, I will say that is 911.
Yeah,
but now we can.
Yeah, so we looked out the window and there were cops already circling the neighborhood. So we knew that something was going on. We didn't know what. So I was like, maybe this is not 911 because cops are already out here. looking for something or someone.
Oh, so you think this dude?
So I wanted to call the non-emergency number to give them a tip to let them know you guys are in the neighborhood next to us, and maybe whatever you're looking for, this disturbance is happening in our neighborhood. So
so the dude was at your house.
Yeah, they were
knocking on your window
in our gated community, which means they're in our neighborhood. So it's
so what did the non-emergency number say?
Nothing. They rang for 47 times. And I was like, "Is Joe Biden president?"
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, 47.
Wait a minute.
Clearly not an emergency line.
I counted because I was like, "What's the amount of time before you hang up and then call 911?" Because I didn't want to. My thing was I didn't want to call 911, but I ended up calling 911. And the guy asked me.
We have a rapist in Lincoln Park.
Obviously.
He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up. Trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids.
Hide your wife.
Hide your wife. Hide your wife.
And hide your husband.
You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you.
We gonna find you. We gonna find you.
So you can run and tell
that. Run and tell that. Run and tell that. Homeboy.
Homeboy. We got your t-shirts and the left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb.
For real.
The man got away, leaving behind evidence.
You remember this song?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, that was your neighborhood last night.
That was our whole neighborhood last night.
Wow.
It was rough. So I called 911 and, they said that they sent, they're like, oh, I see the other call for similar incidences in your neighborhood. And I was like, I'm sorry.
So multiple people
what
are...
incidences happening in my neighborhood?
Yeah.
Can I ask? And he was like, yeah, people are like checking on people's doorknobs and knocking on their doors and knocking on their windows. And I was like, after that happens, like you're not going back to sleep. So it was like 2:00 and I've been up basically ever since.
So did they, the cops never even came to your house or anything?
No, they asked if they wanted them to come to our house and form a statement. And I was like, well, if they're doing it to a lot more homes, just catch the bastards. But I'm letting you know, like we're in here and we're armed. So I didn't want the police to knock on our door and we had to like go through the whole like, oh, we're armed. Blah,
Any
blah, blah.
update this morning? Did we hear if they caught the intruder?
I did not. No, I talked to I knocked on the door of my neighbor because he's elderly.
And did he come out with a gun as well?
He did not. He didn't answer, which is weird because he actually wakes up like super early. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna just kind of keep my ear to the ground on this one. And I already sent our condo association an email about what happened and if other residences probably mentioned it, but. We're just going to see what happens, stay armed. Don't vote for Biden. He will defund your police. And, who's going to, is a therapist going to come out and
whomever
canvass
that
your
person
neighborhood?
is,
And
they do decide to go into your home, he's going to have a rude awakening. When
Oh, absolutely. I was like, just shoot him through the window. Jeremy was like, we can't do that. I was shoot him and drag his ass in. Like,
he wanted to shoot him through the window?
That was me. I'm lawless. I'm like, you touched my house. Like, that's grounds for you to die. Like, that's just.
Oh, my.
I will say I kind of have a bad habit, and not because I do it on purpose, but let's.
Go ahead, Lurch.
You okay there?
I know.
Struggling.
You okay there, producer Justin?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes, man.
Yes, man.
Tell your story, will you?
No.
Leave me alone.
Usually when I go walk the dogs and I come back in, I always forget to lock the doors. And so I'll remember eventually or later. And then, let's say, Eunice will come home or Eunice will check. And, I'll get in trouble for not locking the doors. But after, your story, I need to stop forgetting to lock the dang doors because you know what?
I did that yesterday. I ran in the house for something. I knew I was only going to be in it for 30 minutes, and I didn't shut the door. And I sat down, I looked over, and I was like, oh, the door's unlocked.
Weren't we just talking about 911 calls the other day, and I said, I don't think I've ever called 911?
Yeah.
And was this your first time? Or no?
This is
one of you said you call not all the time or something.
I don't call all the time, but I have called in the past, and I called about 3 months ago. So this is, I broke my streak.
You think they're going to be like, oh, it's her again.
It's Briana. But I come in with I call with facts and figures and relevant information. And sometimes I'll actually hang up if I, if it's an accident or something and I'm on the scene of an accident and I call and they're like, oh, other people call it in. All right, cool, I'm going to hang up now. Bye.
Now, do you,
whatever.
Do you know if other things are have been happening in your neighborhood? Like car thefts or anything like that? Or
nothing like that. We did have a string of car thefts, but that was years ago. And then they busted, I guess a guy was the grandson of the owner of the condo, and he turned into a meth lab, and they raided his lab.
That's cool.
So that was awkward because they literally, it was almost like roaches. Like they all came out of the house. It was like 15 of them.
That's not weird.
Now, were you watching Breaking Bad or were you watching it in real life?
I was watching it in real life, just like.
It's not weird having a meth lab next to your house. That's
Absolutely not.
Somebody broke into my house in my living room. Okay, stay where you are. We're going to send someone over right now.
Hang on. I'm investigating.
You do not have to do that.
This ain't no man, it's a dog. And I hate dogs.
If there's a dog, it could be rabid. Do not approach it.
I'm approaching the rabbit dog. Yeah.
Do not approach the dog.
I think it's a labradoodle. Looks like a baby. It's coming up to me now.
Sir, get out of the room.
The dog is in my face. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, this is very nice. Now I like dogs.
So is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, it is very okay. I'm getting killed by a dog. I think I'll name him Gregory.
That was a real 911 call, by the way.
I am dead.
We have a plethora of 911 calls here about
they arrest that man?
About cheeseburgers and Burger King orders not right.
Their apartment on
all
Webster
sorts of things.
Drive when I was attacked by some idiot from out here in the projects. Dodson says her attacker used a garbage can to climb onto the unit's ledge, open the upstairs window, and then he got in bed with her. He tried to rape me. He tried to pull my clothes off. Dodson struggled with her attacker, knocking over items in her bedroom. Antoine Dodson heard his sister scream and ran to help.
Well, obviously.
We have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
I mean, I think if I'm you, I'm hiding Jeremy right away if I live in your neighborhood.
Absolutely.
And I don't think you're doing any good deeds here for the property values in your neighborhood either. I mean, what's going on down there? Where do you live? Don't tell me where you live, but...
I live in Belle Isle, which is crazy because junk like that shouldn't happen. You know, the average age in my community is like 70.
So it's a decent place.
Yeah, it's great. Nothing literally happens. I don't know what the heck, you know. I don't know if they're just being... I don't know if they're just being annoying, you know. And I also told, we're laying in bed, I told Jeremy, I was like, would it be crazy if the Trump campaign hired millions of people to go knock on windows and remind them why we need the police?
I don't believe
conspiracy.
He was like, I think you're tired. I was like, I can't go to sleep now. We need the police.
Listen to what this lady did. See if you can understand what happened here.
Oregon 911.
I would like to order a pizza at...
Oh?
You called 911 to order a pizza?
Jesus.
Yeah, apartment...
Oh, no.
This is the wrong number to call for a pizza.
No, you're not.
I'm getting you now.
In his 14 years...
See what she did? There was something bad going on, and whoever was harming her, she was like, I'm going to get us a pizza.
That's what you do.
And that was pretty good that dispatcher picked up on that.
Yeah, she said, no.
You're not understanding. Pepperoni.
I want extra pepperoni. Please.
I mean, I think if I was the intruder there, I would have made her do it on speakerphone or something, though. That's not a very talented intruder.
It's not an intruder. It could be like domestic violence. Almost like we had at the bars we ran, we had code drinks.
Code drinks?
Yeah, so we had them posted. Men had a code drink in the stalls of their bathroom, and women had a code drink in the stalls of their bathroom.
I have no earthly idea what you're speaking of.
So if someone ordered a pink poodle, we knew that the date's going wrong. This person should not be with them, and we need to call security.
What?
Yep. And then the guys had
no wonder all of my ex-girlfriends were ordering the pink poodles. Damn it!
It's not the pink poodle, but yeah, that's the example. I'm not giving out our drinks. Like what in the world? But
so you would have a sign in the bathroom that said, if you're nervous, order this?
Yeah, basically, if you feel like something's going wrong and you don't, and we had to separate certain couples. There was one girl who I guess the guy promised to take her on vacation, and he brought her from Louisiana all the way to Orlando, and she was like super young, like 19. Like it was just rough, and the guy's like older, and he refused to take her home, and she didn't know how to get away. Like everywhere she would go, he would go. So she literally went in the bathroom and came out and ordered the drink. And I told her I'd bring it to her table, and then we literally had to have security come and separate them and put her on a bus back home.
What?
Yeah.
So what was the code drink? Do you remember the actual name?
I'm not telling the name.
It's
the same drink.
What?
It's the same drink today.
You just told me that you almost shot a dude through a window last night, but you won't tell me what the code drink was?
It's a pink poodle. I'm just saying, people find out where I used to work at. I'm not throwing that. It's the same drink. I'm sure it's the same drink. I'm sure they didn't change it.
Did you know this was a real thing, Lurch?
Some bars still do it.
Because even at the hotel, like we would get on with like code 9, code 7.
What does that mean? What is code 9?
No, just different. Like it could be like domestic.
Code 9 means
domestic violence, or
someone needs the towels changed in the room.
No.
Code brown means somebody browned in the pool.
Oh.
We gotta shut the pool deck
It would just
down.
mean different things because you're in hospitality, so you can't really
say what's happening.
Yeah, we can't really say what's happening, or we can't really do anything about it. We would have to like let security know. Hey.
What was the code for? I think that dude has a hooker with him.
Just let it go.
Just let it go.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Have a great night, sir.
I won't lie. There was a lot of that going on, but they're of age, so you really can't.
You kind of just,
you
let
can't
it
do
go.
anything.
Do what you want.
Well, Lurch just gave me the code word for I got to take a break. But we'll make it quick. How is that?
Let's do it.
And when we come back, I have this audio and video of this absolute idiot driving down the 417 here in Orlando who decides he's going to start shooting at this car in front of him because they were driving aggressively or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's going to start shooting at the car, and instead of rolling down his window and shooting out like normal people do, I guess. I don't know that anyone's shooting out their window anyway, but... And he has a buddy in the car with him. He just pulls out his gun and starts shooting through his front windshield. And just our luck... Dude has a constant video running in his cars at all times. One like right here where the mirror is pointing at him, and one pointing out too, so you can see the whole idiocy take place. I love it. It's going to be great. You won't want to miss it. Stick around. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark. Florida Man Radio.
Previously on the Bubba Love Sponge Show.
Chat starts screwing with your head, and then you get chat cancer, and chat cancer is either, it can be terminal.
Yeah,
I
locked up.
I've melted down from chat.
Oh, yeah.
Seth melts down from chat. Lummy, you've melted down from chat. Blitz, bitch, you'll say you haven't, but chat's pissed you off before, too.
Oh, sure.
And I've got a list.
And you got a list.
Over the Love Sponge, morning 6 till 10 on Florida Man Radio. Join Florida Man Radio's Shannon Burke at Bikers for the Blue.
Beginning and ending at Ace Cafe, downtown Orlando, Sunday, November 1st.
Bikers for the Blue is a police-escorted 2-county run through the winding country roads of East Orange and Seminole counties.
Get out of the house and support the men and women in blue. Tickets are only $20 in advance. Don't miss out. Buy your tickets today before they sell out at FloridaManRadio.com.
Bikers for the Blue, benefiting cops, concerns of police survivors from 911 Biker Law and Florida Man Radio.
Hey, this is Logan Seculo, host of the Logan Seculo Reprogram, the one and only flag-waving, God-praising, trailblazing, hell-raising radio show. And now you can hear me, my buddy Will, Wild Weather Wednesday with my wife Amanda, of course the Grease, and the best celebrity guests from the world of entertainment to the world of politics. Every weeknight, now at 8 p.m., right here on Florida Man Radio.
It's hurricane season. We need supplies.
We need our supplies from Premier Couple Superstore, too. Let's go.
Stock up with Premier Couple Superstore. With the largest selection of lingerie and novelty items, Premier Couple Superstore has what you want. 5009 South Orange Blossom Trail. Or shop online at premiercouples.net. Premier Couple Superstore. Because a couple that plays together stays together.
Premier Couple Superstore takes you where you want to go.
This is Sergeant Slayer. Attend. Today's orders are to go to WeKillFloridaBugs.com. Say it again. WeKillFloridaBugs.com.
WeKillFloridaBugs.com is home of Mighty Tech Pest Management. Get in touch with Mighty Tech today for residential and commercial pest control, termites, wildlife exclusion, and removal. And if mosquitoes are a problem, ask Mighty Tech about them as well. Call for a free evaluation today. 1-888-750-7378.
Say it again. WeKillFloridaBugs.com. Dismissed.
Download the all-new Florida Man Radio app now. It's your one-stop shop for all things Florida Man Radio. Listen live anywhere, anytime. Enable push notifications to find out about big Florida Man Radio contests, interviews, shows, and more. Or drop us an open mic with your 2 cents that we could play on air. The all-new Florida Man Radio app in your Google Play and App Store. Powered by CentralFloridaArborCare.com.
When it comes to insurance, there's auto, there's homeowners, but what about boats? Rob Pelton with Pontel Insurance not only specializes in all of that, but boats too, including personal boats, commercial applications for tour boats, fishing charters, and more. Rob also insures all aspects of any business, all the way down to your tools. Give Rob Pelton a call today and be covered on the water tomorrow. 321-388-4181. That's 321-388-4181.
It's hotter than blazes outside, but you don't have to stop, drop, and roll to beat this heat. Because right now you can shop, swap, and roll into a new car. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. We are the only local car dealer participating in the end of summer car swap. I can swap out your current car for a new car you love for just $3 down. Even if you're still making payments and regardless of age or condition. You could stop by with your current ride today and swap up for a nicer, newer car for just $3 down. So pop on down to RC Hill Mitsubishi and check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon starting at only $9,900. Or the new Outlander 7-passenger starting at $16,900. Worried your credit ain't the cream of the crop? Oh, stop. My dealer next door credit approval process will work non-stop to try to get you approved. So hop on over, where you can shop, swap, and roll into a nicer newer car for just $3 down. But hurry, I'm RC Hill, bigger to serve you in DeLand and Ocala. See all the cars at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. See dealer for details.
Stop paying high electric bills and upgrade the value of your home today with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. It's never been easier. With no money down and financing options available, you'll be using the power of the sun to take back control of your power needs in no time. Get a free consultation and assessment of your home savings opportunities by calling IQ Power Solar today at 407-585-1018. Or to learn more, visit IQPowerSolar.com.
I'm News 6 anchor Kirsten O'Connor. Here are your Wednesday headlines. The Walt Disney Company says it is laying off 28,000 cast. Officials have not said how many of them will be here in Central Florida compared to parks and resorts in California. But employees who are being laid off will find out in the coming days. Disney says most of them are part-time workers. Markeith Lloyd will not face trial for the death of Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton until at least next year. He was set to stand trial in March, but that was put on hold due to the pandemic. Even though the court is back open, the judge says both sides won't be ready until spring at the earliest. And this week's high school football game between Edgewater and Wekiva has been called off. It comes after the district says 2 Edgewater players tested positive for coronavirus. Officials say the rest of the school is not impacted. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock right on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app.
WDYC, Altamont Springs. WYGC, High Springs. A JVC broadcasting station. 660 AM, 105.5 FM. Florida Man Radio. Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
Hour number 2 begins. If you want to join us, it's 321-339-1055. Don't forget, download that Florida Man Radio app. Send us an open mic there. As well, Vet of the Month. We love our veterans. Woo! Here on the Florida Man Radio Network. All you have to do, go to the website, FloridaManRadio.com. Nominate a veteran in your life who is special to you, or you, if you're a vet.
Hey.
We're giving you a $100 gift certificate to Pitts Oil, all thanks to our great friends at our favorite medicinal marijuana dispensary, TrueLieve.com, TruLieve.com. Check them out, please. $100 gift certificate to Pitts Oil. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. Helping us celebrate our vets here. Let's hit some text messages before we proceed. Georgia Boy says Trump should point out how career politicians turn out to be multimillionaires on 6-figure salaries with the greatest benefits in the world, along with their family members, and how this rarely happens in the private sector. The point is, these people spend millions and millions of dollars to go to D.C. to make, what, 140 grand? Yet as soon as they get out, they're multimillionaires? How? It's not possible. But it happens with every single one of them. It is kind of disturbing. I agree with you 100%. Colin checks in. Good morning, Colin. This year, I'm definitely voting for Dwayne Elizondo, Mountain Dew, Herbert Camacho.
Oh.
This year.
I thought you were about to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I was like, I'll write him in too, damn it.
Sean said, oh, yes, Homeboy song. This is my favorite YouTube thing, I think, ever.
Obviously, we have rapists in Lincoln.
I think that was the first thing I ever really listened to on YouTube, right?
Really?
Yeah, I think so. It was at least a decade ago, wasn't it? Around a decade?
Yeah.
And it was my first YouTube experience. I don't care. Call me late to the party if you want.
Target to the
I
party.
don't care what you say.
Well,
obviously.
I don't care.
You late to the party.
So, speaking of late to the party.
Hey.
There was this guy driving down 417. I don't know if he was heading to a party or not. He has his buddy. I mean, I think he qualifies as Florida man, probably.
Yes.
He and his buddy driving down the 417. If you don't know Orlando, it's sort of like the interstate around the interstate, so to speak.
It's basically the toll version of I-4.
Yeah.
Where you pay tolls.
And he's driving down, and a guy comes up driving aggressively behind him. And you know how sometimes if someone comes flying up behind you, you kind of tap your brakes just to be a dick a little bit?
Absolutely.
He did that. And then the guy pulls around him and maybe acts a little crazy or something too. So like any normal human being, Marco Mazzetta opened fire on the guy, and he shot his gun many times through his front windshield. Now, I've never shot a gun from a moving vehicle because I'm normal. But I would imagine if I ever do want to shoot a gun through a moving vehicle, I'm likely going to roll down my window and boom, boom, boom.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, aren't you afraid if you shoot a gun through your window?
Ricochet back into you.
Ricochet, or the whole windshield's going to explode or something.
Or it's gonna cause tinnitus, right? Like,
imagine you have bulletproof glass and you didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. Look at you. We gave you the upgrade. You didn't appreciate it.
I mean, an absolute best case scenario is you're going to have to go to the shop and get a new windshield. That's the best thing that could happen. And that sucks. But likely it's going to fly and probably create a lot of injuries to you.
Yeah, yes. Especially when you're
flying
going
glass.
80, 90 miles an hour. Who knows how fast he was going.
Right. Here's the story. Yeah, I'll let you judge for yourself, but this guy's an idiot. And not only that, he just happened to have video cameras in his car on the rearview mirror here.
Uber driver.
I don't know.
That's typically what they have. Yeah, Uber drivers.
Oh, they have those?
Yeah.
And all Ubers have that?
Not all of them. Just a lot of Ubers do.
Uber, Lyft.
Well,
yeah, they got the cameras
anyway,
in the
he has
car.
a camera on his rearview mirror that's facing him, so you can see the whole thing go down. And his buddy who's in the passenger seat, you can see the whole thing go down. But he also has a front-facing camera as well. For I don't know.
Was he shooting a new movie that we didn't know
yeah,
about?
Yeah, I guess so. He's one of those Google Maps guys.
Yeah, he's an independent.
There you go. That's him shooting the gun through his own windshield.
Dash cam video showing a driver on the 470.
Like
Who in the world?
Do a lot of people have dash cam in their own car? I know cops do. I get that.
Some people do.
Who? Why? I mean, what's the point?
So I have quite a few friends that actually do.
For protection?
For protection, as well as people ding up their cars and they want to know who did it. So it actually helps.
Maybe we should all put dash cams in our vehicles.
Yeah, I gotta hold y'all accountable.
17 in Orange County firing at another car through his own windshield. It's an intense moment, and the video.
And like any other person who does this, firing at a car at 80 miles an hour through your own windshield.
Yeah.
Anyway, he immediately posted it to YouTube.
Oh my God.
That's how they found out. He posted it to YouTube.
What a silly
It was posted on YouTube by the driver, Marco Mazzetta, who says he was trying to defend himself because he believes he or his passenger were in danger of being shot. Florida Highway Patrol says this shows how dangerous it can be to argue with other drivers on the highway.
You don't know the mindset of the other driver, that you may accidentally get involved with some type of situation. A lot of people carry weapons in their cars, And this could have really escalated to somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed.
This happened last week. The in-car video shows another car driving aggressively. At one point, it gets extremely close to Mazzetta's truck. He says he tapped the brakes and the other car then bumped him.
Yeah, the other car did kind of bump him.
It did kind of bump him?
Yeah, okay,
I'm
bumped
so
him.
confused.
So he tapped the brakes. The other guy bumps him. And now the other guy drives around him on the left side, on the driver's side.
Speeds
and
around him, and later the second car slows down. Mazzetta says that driver pulled out a gun and pointed it at him. That's when Mazzetta says he...
Oh, yeah? I don't see that.
No.
I don't see the gun.
We didn't see any of that.
Marco.
He took out his own gun and fired because he feared the other man was going to shoot.
Here he goes. All right, so he has a gun in his waistband.
Yeah.
He grabs it. And this happens.
Mazzetta did not want to do an interview on camera, but told me by text, quote, "I'm not a fan of guns. I'm a fan of not getting shot. I know this video doesn't capture my smartest moments, but I hope any idiot criminal..."
Yeah, I mean, Marco, bud, roll down your window. First of all, let's just not shoot random people on the road.
Right.
Even if they bumped you.
Even if they tapped you a little bit.
But number two, bro,
tap.
roll down your window. I mean, are you that afraid of your left hand? Roll down your window and fire out of the window.
So here's the thing. He had, bless you, he had video camera.
Yeah.
So if the guy would have bumped him, he would have had, let's say, you can see the vehicle and something like that. And then you can, let's say, go to the police with it and see what they do.
Or go to YouTube. Like this guy.
And then people will find out who this person is.
Or follow him home and tap on his window at 2 o'clock at night.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, he says that he did soon thereafter go to the police and report the incident. But
so what happened to him?
They're still investigating. We'll see.
So
Someone's got to get charged with something.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess this is the reason to have dash cam in your car.
If not, just for the fact that you shooting around, like a psycho.
Because what if, let's say, there's a family in another vehicle that's around him or near him, and you start shooting, and then that goes into one of those windows.
Just an idiot.
Or pops a tire or something. Then the next thing you know, a family's dead because.
Family. Because you were
stupid. Dustin says a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers do have dash cams.
Yeah, they do.
So they can see who threw up in the car, or what do you think?
I think it's to help solidify their case when they send it to Uber.
Don't they charge an extra $100 or something if you vomit in the Uber or Lyft?
Something like that.
What is the charge for throwing up in the Uber or Lyft? Do you
I've
know?
never done it, so
not yet, huh?
I can't. Not yet.
So someone wants to ever do that, and I'm doing Uber or Lyft, I will charge them more than $100, and I will personally see them clean my vehicle.
Farrell said his wife recently got rear-ended, and he's ready to put cameras in our cars as well, so insurance companies can't call you a liar. That's a good point.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe as your lawyer, I should tell you that, Farrell. That's a good point. You shouldn't be telling me. I should tell you that. But that's a very valid point.
It is what it is.
Fish said, as a truck driver, I have my own personal dash cam and a company drive cam. My camera has saved me multiple times. Now, can I delete stuff if I'm the one that messes up, though?
What the hell?
I'm just saying. I mean, is it deletable? That's all I'm asking. For a friend, not even for me.
I think the excuse of choice is that it wasn't on.
Yeah, why is that 10 seconds not there, Mr. Clark?
It wasn't streaming.
Well, I have no idea.
I don't know.
I just don't. I have no idea. Can't explain it.
That's the excuse we're all going with.
Sean was told by an officer to keep a dash cam in my truck after I was in a head-on collision.
Oh.
It was clearly the other party's fault. Lucky I had witnesses. And so, wait, where do you buy these dash cams? So can someone tell me, is it
Amazon?
Is it like one of these Ring doorbell things where it's gotten really cheap and easy to install?
Sure has.
Well, where do you put it? I mean, is it just like a little tiny thing that you put on the rear view mirror? What do these cams look like? I might get one.
Go get one.
I'm still not shooting through my windshield.
I mean, don't do that. You don't even have a gun, so I don't know what you're going to shoot with.
I mean, I get scared enough if one of these... what do you call the bugs that are always having sex together and they're all over the place?
Bug?
Yeah. One of these love bugs hits my windshield. I'm afraid it's going to crash.
Scroll right there. Justin's going to throw pennies at y'all. He's not going to shoot you.
Colin said, next YouTube Vortex, look up dash Russian cam videos. They've been doing it for years for insurance purposes. Okay.
Hey, all right.
Maybe it's time we do that.
Let's do it.
I got it. Rich said, this is idiot is the exact person the Democrats will use to try to outlaw guns. Probably.
Yeah. They're like,
Hey, you see what they do over there? Yeah. I don't think this guy, he even admitted it's not my best day.
And Trump's probably going to say, that's Florida. Like, let them do what they want. What the hell?
Dave confirms that Lyft will charge $150 when passengers puke in your car. All right.
Lyft out here coming for your wallet. That's why you got to call your friends when you're drunk, guys. Don't call Uber or Lyft.
Yeah. So apparently you can buy them on Amazon. I bet it's what, $100? What do you think?
Sure.
$100. We should, maybe we should all get one.
At least.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And some of them have 360-degree recording.
I need to get me one of those dang always home so I could fly that fly that bitch around the house.
That would have been good.
That'd have been perfect because you would have ran off. That little thing would have came after, boy.
That's
warning.
Let's go down
I found you.
Down to beautiful Fort Myers. Arnie, what's up, my friend? How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. You know, I think he's watching too many Steven Seagal movies.
Very well could be. Yeah, I mean, in the movies, you know, nothing bad happens when you shoot through the windshield. In real life, at 80 miles an hour, you're an idiot.
Oh man, you know something? It just goes to show people with firearms how many are really untrained. They don't train on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Totally
this guy doesn't strike me as someone who went through a lot of training before he got his license either, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
God, he probably had none.
Yeah, I mean, he spent a lot of time getting the arm sleeve tattoo that you can see in the video, but not a lot of time training. I mean, you know, when you go to gun school, the first thing they say is this: day one. You know, like in law school, the first thing they say is, "Oh, you need to be an ethical person." First day of gun training, they say this. Hey, if you're going to shoot, don't shoot through your windshield at 80 miles an hour. That's day one of gun school.
We didn't think it had to be said, but it did.
Yeah, some things just go without being said.
But we got to say it now.
Right. I didn't know they had to add that chapter.
We had to add it.
Now, because of this douche, we got to add a whole chapter.
Revised
Don't
division.
shoot your gun through the windshield when your car is moving at 80 miles an hour.
Under any circumstances.
Yeah.
All right.
No. Yeah, no high school physics there. Anyway,
Exactly.
I wonder what caliber gun he was using there.
Honestly, it sounded like a pellet gun to me. But I don't know. You know, I don't know much about guns, but it didn't seem that aggressive, if you know what I'm saying.
It wasn't a 9, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I think he did injure a bird, though, that was on the side of the road.
It was a BB gun.
Yeah.
Arnie, anything else, buddy?
Oh, I don't know. Just the Wednesday. Oh, just that crazy debate there, which was an embarrassment to America, in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, was there a winner or loser in your mind?
I thought it was just a food fight. I've never seen anything so nuts. I mean, Biden was like calling him names and telling him to shut up and all. I never saw anything like that before. What happened to JFK old school politics? You know. Where people respected each other.
Yeah, I think that ship has long sailed, I think, at this point, unfortunately. I mean, maybe we get it back someday, but certainly not during this election cycle.
Maybe after the, what is it, the Commie-Crat Love America War in November.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We'll see how it goes. All right, Arnie, thanks for calling, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Right.
All right, bye-bye. I like him.
Yeah.
Arnie's the man. What'd you say? Arnie's the man?
He doesn't call very often.
I know. I like Arnie. Call again, bud.
Call again. Not right now, but
I do have good news for you if your name is Orlando. First or last? You know anyone named Orlando? I mean, I think Lurch is more likely than not. Never mind. What?
Whoa!
Let me call the Orlando Police Department Chief of Police, Orlando Rowland. Let me call him and tell him what you
good
just
point.
said, yeah.
Frontier Airlines is partnering with Visit Orlando, which is our local, tourism deal, sending out the flyers or whatever type of thing.
That whole thing.
A lot of people don't like these visit groups, but whatever. They're partnering with Visit Orlando and offering you free flights to Orlando if your name is Orlando.
I mean,
I know a dude named Orlando. His last name is Orlando, but he lives here, so I don't know what that gets him. Maybe one of these flights to nowhere, like on Singapore Airlines.
No, but you could fly, let's say, to Oklahoma or New York, and then on the return, it'll be free.
Let's see how this works. So you got to go to their website and sign up for the for the voucher by October 5th. And it'll provide anyone with the first or last name Orlando with a travel voucher covering up to $250 for a flight to Orlando International Airport from October 13th to 20th.
Does Fernando count?
No.
Dang it.
But, I mean, what if your name is Austin or something? I mean, they fly to Austin.
Or Dallas.
Or Savannah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of discriminatory in some ways if you think about it.
I mean,
I would say.
I mean, just like you pulled the systemic racism card on me a few minutes earlier, but yeah.
Right. Or as our buddy Joe says, the systemic.
There's equity here, not equality.
Singapore Airlines, they announced recently they were going to do a flight to nowhere.
Yay.
Where you literally buy a ticket and you take a flight from an airport and then you fly around for a couple hours and you land in the same airport that you took off from. Now, what?
Is that like a party flight? Or like a party bus?
What? I'm confused as hell.
Do you go up there and drink a lot and hang out?
I don't get it. I mean, I thought that going to the airport sucks, right? No one wants to go through security. I mean, we have to. You just have to do it. I mean, the only thing good about the airport is nothing.
Yeah, really.
I mean, nothing, actually.
Is those bars right before your gate?
I mean, if you get there a little bit early and you hit the bar, that's about the only thing that is
best thing.
Is good about an airport. So Singapore Airlines now has abandoned its idea to put passengers on flights to nowhere.
I wonder why they did that.
Well, they're saying it's because the environmentalists were after them, saying that it's bad for the environment flying airplanes around to nowhere. Or maybe it's because no one wanted to do it.
Right.
Maybe because no one bought a ticket.
All of that.
But hey, don't worry. They've replaced it with something else.
Oh, okay.
They have another idea.
Singapore.
What they're going to do now that they've canceled the flight to nowhere is they're inviting you to go through the airport in Singapore and go sit on an Airbus A380 and have dinner.
The hell?
In favor of simply sitting guest in an... Hold on, I'm sorry, because this makes no sense to me. Who would do this?
They need a rotating restaurant.
So instead of the flight to nowhere, they're offering up their A380 airplanes for dinner. They're calling it Restaurant A380. It'll operate out of an Airbus A380 parked at a gate in Singapore's Changi Airport. What? Yeah, they're serving dinner on the airplane.
I'm not doing this with you.
So let me get this straight. You gotta drive to the airport, park, take probably one of these tram things or something, wait in security, and get on an airplane that's not moving.
It's not moving.
To have airplane food. What? Is this a joke?
Would you rather do that, or would you go on the Star Flyer here in Orlando?
I would rather go to the restaurant A380. The A380, yeah, for sure.
He said a reservation for two.
But don't worry, to sweeten the deal, guests who reserve a space at this event will also be treated to a tour of the airplane.
And like you're not going to see it when you go in?
Right. The hell? Well, we got a tour. What else is there? What else?
You'll also get take-home souvenirs and access to the airline's in-flight entertainment seating entertainment options while dining.
Oh my gosh! So you're gonna use our TV? We're gonna give you a bag of peanuts to go.
I'm sorry.
Singapore Airlines.
This is 2020.
Y'all, get your money together because they about to go out of business. Go buy their planes. They letting us know now. The writing's on the wall.
I mean, what would you rather do? A flight to nowhere or dinner on the A380 that's not moving?
Neither.
It's just sitting at the gate.
Well,
I mean, don't you understand? Like when we get on a plane and we're stuck at the gate, this sucks. But now we're gonna pay for it.
Right.
I'd rather do the dinner.
Go pay for you. Got me flying around up here for what?
I gotta take a break. Sorry, I'm frustrated. Airplanes.
I'm sleeping.
Flight to nowhere.
Yeah.
Dinner on the plane. Dinner on a non-moving plane. You go through security, go to dinner.
Taco Bell with a $30 gift card.
That's like, I mean, it's like, no, seriously, going to the Applebee's inside of the airport when you're not traveling. You know?
That's true.
Well, which Applebee's do you want to go to, Justin? The one in Maitland, Winter Park, or the one at Orlando International? Huh. I'd say let's hit the one in the airport.
Right, what in the world?
Yeah. No question about it.
I don't like this.
Disney's laying off a bunch of people. 28,000 people. Not all of them are here, but most of them are here. That's going to impact the economy here, I believe. I mean, Orlando has what? 285,000 people, 28,000 people getting fired. Now, of course, the metro area is much larger than 285,000, but this is still a big hit. And it's mostly part-timers. I'll tell you about that. Also, Amazon taking a big urination on stores in the mall. They basically shut down stores in the mall, right?
Yeah.
They just opened one up in the mall Millennia. I'll tell you about that too.
Fashion Square.
Quick break. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
You're listening to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark. Florida Man Radio. The Ed Till Show.
You know, that I feel for this organization. First of all, I love the military community. I have a lot of respect for our military. I am from Venezuela, and I love this country, and I'm so grateful and thankful for all the opportunities that this country has been giving me in 20 years. I love my military people, serving the military and civilians.
The Ed Till Show, weekdays from noon till 3 on Florida Man Radio.
This year has us all screaming into a pillow, rocking in the corner, talking to ourselves. Oh, that's just us? Florida Man Radio has your ticket to scream, safely of course, at Busch Gardens Howlow Scream. Check out the new scares in the open air, coasters in the dark, and Florida's premier haunt event at Busch Gardens Howlow Scream, weekends through November 1st. It's easy to win. Just open up the all-new Florida Man Radio app to get registered. Busch Gardens Howlow Scream from Florida Man Radio.
The arts are alive and well in Orlando, and we want to let you know what's going on. Join Chase Shilley, that's me, every Saturday from 2 to 3 to get to know the writers, musicians, artists, performers, and filmmakers who make up the rich landscape of Orlando arts and culture.
Always get your go-to with the new $10 Tastemaker from Pizza Hut. A large pizza with up to 3 toppings for just $10. Choose contactless delivery or curbside pickup at pizzahut.com. Price higher in some locations. Limited time offer. Availability of contactless curbside and delivery areas. Charges and minimums vary. Delivery charge not tipped.
My trip to Israel last year profoundly changed me. I traveled from Gethsemane, where Christ prayed, to Mass on the Sea of Galilee. I went to Bethlehem to see where he was born, and then to his tomb, where he rose from the dead. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, but it was a place at the Sermon on the Mount where we were taught the Beatitudes that gave me a renewed sense of purpose, to always protect the hopeless, the helpless, and the powerless. Those principles are why I used my good fortune to help build the Morgan & Morgan Hunger Relief Center at Second Harvest, and why we have spent millions of dollars to raise the minimum wage in Florida. My purpose today is different than when I first started. My firm has been my ministry after my brother Tim was hurt. Never did I think we would become the largest injury firm in the world, but here we are, and we are here for you. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Morgan & Morgan, for all God's people. Dial pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Offices, Orlando.
Now more than ever, you can really appreciate the unbeatable value you get at International Diamond Center. Your money always goes farther at IDC with no middleman markups, no retail pricing gains, and no commission salespeople. And through all the turmoil of 2020, IDC stands stronger than ever, here for you through whatever life brings. With a selection now up to 50 times what you find at other stores. GIA certified diamonds in all shapes and sizes, plus over 4,000 designer rings, and cases filled with one-of-a-kind fashion jewelry other jewelers only wish they could offer. And at IDC, as always, there's zero risk. Every purchase comes with nationwide price protection and a free lifetime warranty. And every diamond comes with a 110% upgrade guarantee with no fine print. International Diamond Center, now more than ever, a jeweler you can count on for unrivaled value, unprecedented transparency, unmatched selection, uncompromising quality, unheard of protection, and unbelievable service. Go to shopidc.com for store hours, directions, and more.
Stop paying high electric bills and upgrade the value of your home today with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. It's never been easier. With no money down and financing options available, you'll be using the power of the sun to take back control of your power needs in no time. Get a free consultation and assessment of your home's savings opportunities by calling IQ Power Solar today at 407-585-1018. Or to learn more, visit iqpowersolar.com.
Frogger's Grill and Bar locations are open for business. Oviedo, Apopka, Altamont Springs, Mount Dora, and Old Town, Monday through Sunday, in compliance with all state guidelines. Frogger's has plenty of to-go boxes, so you can still take advantage of their takeout service or through their delivery service partners. If you are ready to get out, Frogger's is the place. Frogger's Grill and Bar locations are open for business. Oviedo, Apopka, Altamont Springs, Mount Dora, and Old Town, Monday through Sunday. And don't miss out on Frogger's amazing menu, where everything is fresh, never frozen. Frogger's Grill and Bar, hopping with food and fun.
Hi, this is Connie Gellner from your local Stanley Steamer. At Stanley Steamer, we love homes, and that's why we are still cleaning them today for over 39 years in Central Florida. We're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and you and the ones you care about most are safe. Call 1-888-STEEMER.
Jeff here from the Shannon Berg Show. And as you know, Four Seasons AC's made the Florida Man studio so comfortable and so chilling. It's like broadcasting in an ice box. So I wanted to find out more about my home. So I asked Brian from Four Seasons AC what I can do to help keep my home comfortable and most importantly healthy. Because I got kids, got to keep them safe. Four Seasons AC said to use a good pleated filter and always keep my system maintained and clean. Brian and his team at Four Seasons AC are badass, and I'm using them for my home too. Four Seasons AC at 4acnow.com. The AC company you wish you called first.
You've heard of You Have Realty on the radio, and you may have seen us on TV every Saturday. You Have Realty doesn't rely on just social media like many other real estate brokerages. We've put together a premier marketing plan to help you sell your home. We have a bilingual staff and competitive commission structures. Don't go it alone. Having Justin Clark as our partner can help you protect yourself and your investment. To get a free evaluation of your home, you can call 407-733-4700.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Listen every weekday mornings right here on Florida Man Radio. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Get your fix of Florida Man Radio anytime and anywhere you are. Of course, you can catch Florida Man on 660 AM and 105.5 FM. But now you can listen wherever you are with the all-new Florida Man Radio app. And don't miss a second of the conversation at home by listening on your Alexa device. Just say, Alexa, play 105.5 Florida Man Radio. Florida Man is everywhere, unfiltered, unafraid. Get it how you need to, now. Now, back to You Have Power Radio with attorney Justin Clark.
Have you ever had your wife cheat on you, take all your money in the divorce, and then marry the neighbor? Has that ever happened to you?
Hey.
Negative.
Because I think that's what Amazon is actually doing right now, if you think about it. Amazon just opened its first store in Florida malls this month. Two of them, actually. One here at Mall at Millennia. So, essentially, this business comes around, Amazon, tears down malls across the country, right? I mean, it really decimated retail malls, hasn't it? In some ways?
In some ways.
What do you mean in some way? In all ways!
Just agree with you.
I mean, all these little stores, do we even have those cool, what are those stores called that were cool, Sharper Image and things? Are they even in malls anymore? Have they been?
Absolutely, because most people don't go and buy a fan from Amazon.
A fan?
Like Sharper Image. They sell like fans and personalized hair clippers.
So what? I had no idea people didn't buy fans from Amazon.
I'm just saying like larger appliances, like a fan or like a specialized thing like that.
The point of the story is they ruined retail. Malls are shutting down. Yet now they've opened a physical brick and mortar store in a mall.
Yes.
Isn't that unusual to you?
Absolutely not.
Why is that not unusual?
Because that's them. They released a statement, 2 months ago, and they were basically taking not ownership of the fact that they're decimating malls, but they recognize that malls now have the capacity to receive them. So they're
it's called cheap rent.
So they're buying out these the bigger box stores that they folded. And let's be honest, when you think of clothing, you don't immediately think of Amazon, but Dillard's isn't around, and a lot of these other bigger places fold it.
He thinks of Lane Bryant.
Right, I know. What in the world?
So they're calling them the 4-star stores. The theme is that most of the products sold earned at least 4 out of 5 stars in customer reviews.
That's great.
They have items there such as the $15 Snot Sucker.
What?
The Snot Sucker.
like that
It's
straw that moms put in the baby's mouth and they
Yeah.
suck the other end.
Here, it's a snot sucker. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah, that.
straw and the mom like sucks it in.
You put the one side in the baby's nose, the other side goes in the mom's mouth, and guess what you do? You suck.
Yeah,
That's disgusting. Is there
Because
something
if you
that
buy this, you suck.
I mean, how do you know where to stop before it goes in your mouth?
Honey, I don't know.
You should try it out.
You stop by not doing it at all. You get that little turkey baster, bitch, and then you just shove that thing up the kid's nose.
Oh.
I didn't tell you to make all that snot.
When's the last time you all have been to a mall?
It's been a minute. I cannot recall. I would say last Christmas Eve. I go every Christmas Eve to buy a Christmas gift for Pilar on Christmas Eve. Because I don't really think that far in advance.
Didn't you buy that on Amazon and it came in pieces?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you made a post about it.
Oh, no, that was something else. That was something for Sophia, and it came in 1,000 pieces, and I said, F this, I'm not putting it together. She has enough already.
So you shop on Christmas Eve for your
Right.
wife.
Yes. Every Christmas Eve. Don't me.
Yikes.
He's busy recording his Christmas podcast. He doesn't have time.
Don't me, man. Don't me, man.
What's up, man?
Don't do that to me, man.
Don't do that, man.
Would you shut up, man?
Don't judge me, man. Don't judge me.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year. What do you say? Hey, welcome to the Christmas Carol podcast, featuring yours truly, Justin Santa Clark. Today, we're going to discuss all things. When do you buy your Christmas gifts? When do you do it? When is the appropriate time to buy Christmas gifts? Because I got to tell you, I feel Christmassy year-round.
I do too, Justin.
Most of the time, I find you can get the best bargains around July.
That's Amazon Prime Day, honey.
Christmas in July. What better way to celebrate the heat by thinking of Santa and all the blessings we have?
And if you have SAP, transmitido en español.
Anyway, stupid. Christmas in July.
You know
Buying
what?
Christmas gifts in July.
I have
Joy.
That's what Christmas Eve is for.
I have a feeling we are going to do some Christmas Carol podcasts in the month of December.
Absolutely. The entire month.
You know who's not celebrating Christmas this year, probably? A lot of Disney workers, unfortunately.
Oh, that was an awkward segue.
The Walt Disney Company announced the firing of 28,000 employees, or cast members, as they call
They're
them.
laying them off, right? Yeah.
Cast members. I'm not an employee. I'm a cast member. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Do you get a paycheck, dude?
He hates anything organized. If you organize, he hates you.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
They get a cast severance.
Yeah. Where do you work? Well, I'm a cast member at Disney. Oh, yeah? What is that? Like, you like in a movie? Like, no. I work there. Oh, okay, cool. So you're an employee.
You're an employee.
I get it. No. We're cast members. Now, they're not saying, so these are at the parks. 28,000 people between Disney World and Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the breakdown. You'd have to presume, because Disney World's kind of like the big boy, right? Disneyland's much smaller, I believe.
Yeah.
That the majority of them are going to be here in Orlando, which is kind of sucky for our economy.
Yeah.
Mostly part-timers, though, they say. But, I know a lot of retired people who are living on their Social Security check and their little part-time job at Disney.
Yeah.
I think this is going to have a real negative impact on these
fallout.
people, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
In a letter, Disney said a decision to this magnitude is not easy. The Disney management team has worked tirelessly to avoid having to separate anyone from the company.
Separate them from the company.
I mean, that's a really nice way of saying
fired.
Yeah.
You fired.
We hate to have to separate you from the company. You mean fire me?
Then don't. Then don't.
Rich,
you hate to do it.
Rich said they've been cast aside.
Oh my God.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Cast aside. Cast aside.
We're going to bring all of our cast members here and decide who we're going to cast aside.
Yes.
That's great. I mean, it's sad.
That's awkward.
It is sad.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
whatever.
you're going to have 28,000 people trying to look for jobs here.
Yeah.
On top of the ones that don't have jobs already.
I mean, yeah.
You know who's got me really angry today?
Joe Biden.
No. The CEO of Neiman Marcus.
Ooh.
Now, you might recall I told you about Neiman Marcus filing bankruptcy,
Yeah.
kind of at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yes.
And they blamed it on the pandemic, of course.
Of course.
They didn't blame it on the $4.5 billion that they had in debt pre-pandemic, which is the problem. Anyway, they just came out of bankruptcy this past Friday. Congratulations. So now they're going to stay a company, and they shed $4 billion in debt. So they literally wiped out $4 billion in debt by filing bankruptcy. Just came out on Friday, which is bad timing for their CEO, who just did this 11-page expose for this magazine in New York about his mansion down in Texas. Jeffrey Van Rockendonk and his husband, Alvisi Orsini, were featured in an 11-page spread for Paper City magazine this month that showcased their opulent Italian-style home filled with artworks by Andy Warhol, silk-covered walls, and 18th century furniture, a grand staircase leading to the bedroom floor flanked by 2 large leaded glass windows, infusing the hall with full tinted light like a sunset radiating from Venice's Grand Canal.
My God.
This is their home. They're bragging about their home in this 11-page magazine while they've laid off half of their staff and shed $4 billion in debt by filing bankruptcy.
That's
now, look, I don't mind. You can buy however big of a house that you want, but if your business is filing bankruptcy and you're firing half of your team, your cast members, you don't need to do a big article about how big your house is.
Absolutely. That's like the equivalent of you firing everybody and then
and rolling into my big brand new Bentley.
Yeah.
Here's the guy.
Showing off your IQ Solar
deeply
commercial.
passionate and is doing the best for our customer, I think you can mitigate some of those moments. And so we ended the year with
Shut up, man.
Like he robbed the cradle on his husband there.
You think so?
Yeah, he's a little young.
Well, how do you know what the husband looks like?
They're right there.
Oh, you already pulled him up?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Look at him on Fox Business. Look at him. I'm a little young.
So which is the rich one? Which is the rich CEO?
Oh, honey, they're both rich.
Why? What does the other guy do?
Probably stays at home and manages that silk wall.
He does interior design.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Are you just saying that?
No, I'm saying it because he stays at home at the house.
Well, someone's got to take care of the opulent silk walls.
Someone has to hold it for it.
The silk walls aren't going to clean themselves, are they?
They really aren't.
All right, great show today. I know we'll talk a lot more about the debate last night with Ed and Shando here in a little bit. Briana, more about you. Found where?
Briana Daniel Official. All social media. Do not knock on my window.
Don't knock on her window. She will shoot.
I will shoot through the window.
Like her husband recommended. Lurch, more about you where?
Lurch FMR on Twitter or Nando LaFern on Instagram.
All right. Good job today. Thanks for spending a couple hours here with me. But please do stick around because Bill O'Reilly up next, followed by the legend Ed Till from noon until 3 when Shando takes over from 3 until 7. Real Talk with G-Love and Kenny, 7 to 8. Logan Seculo, 8 to 9. Party begins again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with Bubba the Love Sponge. Briana, I don't know much, but I do know one little teeny tiny thing.
What's that?
I'll see you right back here again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. on the Florida Man Radio Network.